A Comerica Park service worker out of Detroit was caught spitting in someone's food. He was so brazen when he done this that he knew he was being recorded and did not care at all. Now, once the video became public, of course, this video really spread throughout the internet, and this guy was fired, rightfully so, and he was arrested. Let's roll the clip.
Metro Detroiters disgusted, and this Comerica Park pizza maker now facing a judge.
Hello, Your Honor.
Tuesday, 20-year-old Jalen Curley of Roseville charged with 1 misdemeanor count of food law violations and 1 felony count of the same charge.
It is a felony. The penalty that you could receive is 4 years in prison.
During Friday's game between the Tigers and the Royals at Comerica Park, Curley is accused of spewing a wad of spit onto pizza dough, then smothering pizza sauce over it. Co-worker Quinnell May taking the vile video, he says, with Curley's knowledge. Angry and not caring, he was being recorded.
They said it was because of the supervisor and he was just all in out having a bad day. That was his words.
May says Curley even told him he's done this before. Curley's since fired along with May, he believes, because he posted the video.
I tried to contact management and they didn't want to listen. They told me to shut up.
But in a statement to Fox 2, Detroit Sports Services says May has not been fired and was never asked to remove the video. The company also says it's planning to, quote, pursue all legal action to the fullest extent of the law. And while many are indeed disgusted, the Detroit Department of Health now deeply concerned.
There has been a request from the Detroit Department of Health that there be a testing done for infectious diseases or hepatitis.
This judge Tuesday ordering Curley to undergo medical testing, including a hepatitis panel, specifically worried about hepatitis A.
Given the nature of the charges, the unique nature of these charges and the seriousness of the allegations, particularly as it relates to the public health, it is particularly concerning. Court will set bond in the amount of $100,000, 10%.
Right now, Curley is due back in court October 3rd, and while his family declined to speak on camera, his mother tells us he's never been in trouble before. He's truly sorry, and so is she.
Now, did you hear the part where they said they're going to prosecute this young man to the fullest extent of the law? Now, I want to say something to all black people. Anytime that they deal with you, that's what they're looking to do for the most part, especially if you don't have proper representation. They're going to prosecute you to the fullest extent of the law because you're not the right color. Because, see, if you was Caucasian, then you would get the minimum version of the law. Shoot, you probably get a slap on the wrist, told not to do that again, and go home. But he got $100,000 bail. Now, of course, he has to come up with 10% of that, $10,000, and he can go home. Now, should something happen to him for what he's done to someone's food? Yes. He's done this many, many times, they stated. I have no issue with him getting in trouble. I have no issue with him being fired. I have no issue with him being arrested. Actually, no issue with him doing some jail time. Not a whole lot in my opinion, but I don't think he should be getting 4 years in jail for this. I don't think so, because they got pedophiles. They don't even get that. Shoot, we just did a video the other day of a white man choking out a woman in Alaska. He went home. This guy spitting somebody's food, which is horrible, which could, if he has sort of disease that's bad, I get that. But in my opinion, I mean, worst case scenario, you should give him, maybe, 3 months in jail, I think maybe 3 or 4 months if he's convicted of it. And the remainder of the time, he should be able to be on probation. That's what I think about it. And maybe he'll learn his lesson from spitting in someone's food, because we have to start talking about these jail sentences they give to black people. Because if they're not giving these Caucasians these stiff sentences for when they do things, why is it that we are okay when we get them? I'm not covering for what he's doing. That's freaking nasty. And I know if good and well, if I saw him do that, I would have went off on him right then and there. I wouldn't even allow that food to go out whatsoever, because that is completely wrong. You don't spit in someone's food. This is why I was always told that you pray over your food. I was always told to try to cook at home as much as possible, because you don't know who's serving your food. He's pissed off with his supervisor, so he's going to spit in someone else's food. I don't understand the logic in that. Why are you spitting in someone else's food? Because you're pissed off with your supervisor. Now, I always tell people, treat people who serve your food nice. Don't be rude to them. Don't talk to them any kind of way because, yes, some of them probably will mess with your food. There's been a history of that with people. They don't get paid a lot of money, so they really have no incentive to do the right thing sometimes if they don't have any kind of integrity. This guy is going to be dealt with through the fullest extent of the law. He's going to have a felony on his record. He's going to lose his voting rights. He's going to lose his gun rights. He's going to lose his rights to get a passport if that's what he want to do because he has this felony. You see how they just literally took you all out of your rights by getting a felony? And this is something that they use to get him. He the one chose to spit on that. The thing is, we have to understand when it comes to the criminal justice system, it's enough that the devil is roaming around seeking a black person to devour. Don't give them anything. That's what you don't do. And spitting in someone's food, nasty, health hazard, wrong all the way around. And something should happen to him because of it. But watch, his whole life is literally ruined. See, the judges are not going to say, well, I don't want to ruin his life. See, that's all they told to Caucasians in America because of white privilege. So you don't have that, black man. So you have to fly right, do the right thing every single time as long as you're here. Because doing things like this and you're caught and it's posted on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, what do you think was going to happen? I mean, this is utterly stupid what he's done. A lot of us done stupid things, or I haven't done nothing like that. But this guy going to have his whole life ruined behind spitting in someone's food. Doesn't make any kind of sense. Well, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. If you work in food service and if you are attempted to do this, you know who you are. I don't know you. I don't know if you're doing it or not, but some of you probably had in the back of your mind because of a rude customer. Don't do it. You don't want to go to jail.